This is a very special time for the hospital, and I have to say for myself. Not many people that do what I do have an opportunity to really have an event like this and to talk about something as special as our new patient tower. And it really, truly is a privilege and an honor to have you all here with me to celebrate a very special thing that this hospital is doing. We're calling this not just a new patient tower, but a representation of our promise to our community to provide the best of facilities along with the best of care that we provide to our patients. And this project will absolutely help us continue on that mission and our purpose.
Franklin Square is not just brick and mortar. There's so much more inside these walls that we enjoy as a community. And I don't think any of us could thank the dedicated doctors, nurses, and volunteers that spend their time to provide healthcare service for our entire community. I can't probably thank or find the words to thank them enough, but I thought for a moment that in looking back, it took some very special visionaries to realize that a healthcare facility needed to be here on this spot. And yet today, with this ceremony, that vision lives on.
We also take care of families. Just the other day, I actually saw Josh for his 4-year-old wall child check. I actually delivered Josh here at this hospital when I was in residency. When you think about it, I've been Josh's doctor since before he was even born. And he walks into the clinic, smiling away. Clearly, he didn't know he was getting shots that day, otherwise his demeanor might have been different. And he walks in, looks at me, smiles, and he says, "Hi, Adam, how are you doing?" And that is so amazing to me. And not only am I Josh's doctor, I'm also his little sister's doctor, his older brothers, his mothers. Again, we really do take care of families, and I get a chance to build on those relationships on a daily basis. Again, we really do take care of an entire community. There are some very exciting things happening here at Franklin Square, this patient tower being one of them. I really think we're moving forward in a great direction, and as a young physician practicing in this community, I just want to say that I'm very proud to be part of that change.
This hospital really has a special kind of partnership and relationship with a community college that I think is second to none.
What we're happy about is to be partners with an institution of the status of Franklin Square Hospital, a well-respected regional center of healing with a very strong sense of community. I mean, just witness what's going on today, but an equally strong commitment to education. We know we have a real symmetry between our missions, what we do and what they do. CCBC is the largest provider of medical education at the undergraduate level in the state, but we could never, ever do that without the active partnership of Franklin Square.
I want you to know we are very proud that he calls Baltimore County home. Recognized by the American College of Surgeons for overall excellence in oncology treatment and research, Franklin Square has been awarded a high-level teaching designation. 3 years ago, it opened the only cancer institute in eastern Baltimore County, providing education and prevention services, research, diagnostic treatment, and support services for oncology patients all under one roof. And this hospital not only keeps the people of this county healthy and safe, it also employs, now I believe it's 3,100 individuals. I thought it was 28, but I love 3,100. Sounds good to me. Making it one of the very largest employers in Baltimore County.
All of you today, this is the start. Actually, as Carl said, it started years ago in the planning, but the ceremonial start of really a legacy that all of us will leave behind. That'll be here to take care of not just those of us under this tent and our families, but for those generations that will come. And so it is really a pleasure, and I think listening to the stories that started today's program really says what a special place Franklin Square is in the hearts of this community. And it's really that aspect that gives me such pride and pleasure to be here with you today on behalf of MedStar Health and to just again express our support and to be so proud.
In the course of that you have a day like today come in front of you where you can give back to the community a proof, if you will, that the group with which you're associated really does care. That you can give back to the community some tangible evidence that there really is a commitment to the people that you're really trying to serve. And this is that day. Because no community hospital can come up with $175 million, plus all the support network that it takes to make this real. We would not be here without MedStar's support. And for that, we'll be eternally grateful, not only as members of the board or as members of the Franklin Square community, but as members of the east side of Baltimore County and for Baltimore County for that commitment. So thank you, Ken.
With other commitments and what have you, at this stage of the campaign, we have now raised $3.9 million. And we hope to reach that $10 million in the next 18 months. I want to thank those of you who have already demonstrated your support to the campaign, a promise to the community which will look to many more to help us fulfill this awesome goal. And in talking to Carl, I said to him, I said, well, Carl, you know, why did you think of me to sort of head up that campaign? And he said, well, Bob, we're a community hospital, and even though we're going to have this large expansion and bring on a lot of new things to the hospital, we still want to remain and be a community hospital.
We have started something pretty special. Our nursing department every year has sponsored, or at least over the past couple of years, has sponsored one of the local schools to try to identify ways that we can be of help. And this year it was Shady Springs Elementary School. And our nurses actually collected money among them and throughout the hospital. And when school started, they all went to Shady Springs and provided each of the students of that school over 500 backpacks for each of the students as a way of us giving back to the community.
40 to 50 nurses who participated in this activity were at Shady Spring to experience the excitement and the thankfulness of children and parents. 467 adults attended this back-to-school night, a school record, and I attribute that to the backpack program. The theme for today's activities, as we all know, is Franklin Square's promise to the community. And as I often say to my students, a promise is a word spoken, but it needs to be followed by actions if it has true meaning. My purpose and the purpose of some of my students, their parents, and their art teacher in being here today is to share with you that Franklin Square Hospital understands the connection between a promise and a call to action.
Here we go. Go!